A very good morning to all our Sports Today family members. Here are the latest sporting headlines that's doing the rounds this Monday. And as March is about to end, we are now coming into April as well. But the IPL season is well and truly on. And for 2 days now, we have seen a lot of similarities in the IPL. Similarity number one, two matches, two teams chasing 200 plus, rather easy. Similarity number two, both Rohit and Virat scoring 50s. Similarity number three, both hitting it of 38 balls. Similarity number four, both dropping catches. Similarity number five, both are showing class and form are perhaps permanent for both of them. But in the Mumbai versus KKR encounter at the Wankhede Stadium yesterday, there were two major talking points. One is on Rohit Sharma. When Rohit Sharma managed to hit 80, he created a new record. He now has the most runs against one opponent by any player in the history of the IPL. Rohit Sharma now has over 1,160 runs against Kolkata Knight Riders. And that is the reason why he has surpassed Virat Kohli in this one particular round. Virat, if I am not mistaken, has the most runs against Chennai Super Kings, against Punjab Kings, against Kolkata Knight Riders. Virat Kohli has a lot of runs against a lot of teams. That's why he's one of the greatest in the business. But Rohit Sharma now has more runs against one opponent than Virat Kohli, and that is Rohit Sharma against Kolkata Knight Riders. Now, the other talking point is, why didn't Cameron Green bowl in KKR's opening game against Mumbai Indians? Now remember, Cameron Green was bought for 25 crores by the Kolkata Knight Riders. He registered as a batter. He didn't register as an all-rounder. Why did that happen? Because he wanted to come in because the franchisee wanted Green to come in one particular bracket, which was the batters. And once he came in that, it just resulted that, okay, KKR would go big on him. But when Cameron Green didn't bowl in the opening game, a lot of questions were asked. You're paying 25 crores only for Cameron Green, the batter, but that made no sense. Ajinkya Rahane, when the question was asked to him, he said, ask Cricket Australia, why isn't Cameron Green bowling? Well, today Cricket Australia have released a statement saying that, look, Cameron Green has been dealing with a back niggle for quite some time now. Ever since 2024, he's been dealing with a back niggle. And the franchisee were informed well in advance. The franchisee was aware of the fact that Cameron Green will not be able to bowl that often. Cricket Australia informed them of that. Cricket Australia made it clear that yes, Cameron Green can't bowl because he's got certain back issues which need to be sorted. Once we monitor his workload, once we give all the information, then he will be ready to bowl. However, Ajinkya Rahane did mention at the very beginning that yes, we are waiting for Cameron Green to bowl, then the balance of the squad will be much more better. But then ask Cricket Australia. Either Rahane and the Kolkata Riders have short-term memory loss, or they just did not know Cricket Australia's directive. So simply, it is like the pitch situation that happened with Kolkata Knight Riders. Kolkata Knight Riders were distracted with the pitch last year, and that is why there was a dispute between the pitch curator and KKR. Here, they seem to have gotten another distraction in Cameron Green. Why isn't he bowling? That is the one thing which is an irritant for Kolkata Knight Riders at this point in time. Two players that they picked, both are dealing with injuries. Patirana for 18 crores, Cam Green for 25 crores. 43 crores is staring at them saying that, look, maybe it is a bad investment, maybe it is a very risky investment that you have made. Now, in the Pakistan Super League yesterday, there was a major development that the Lahore Qalandars were accused of ball tampering. Ball tampering in the sense you could see that Shaheen Afridi, Haris Rauf and Fakhar Zaman were all there. But in the video that we did yesterday, you could see that Fakhar Zaman was clearly tampering with the ball. The nails, he was trying to do something with the nails. He was trying to rub the ball in a very awkward way. And that is why the PSL might issue a statement stating that Fakhar Zaman is banned for potentially 2-3 games because of ball tampering. The PSL already is plagued with a lot of issues. The PSL already is plagued with no fans. PSL is not plagued with absolutely no build-up. You then had the security breach incident in which Sikandar Raza and Shaheen Afridi both were in trouble. On the other hand, you saw what had happened in the PSL encounter between Lahore Qalandars and Karachi Kings. That is why Fakhar Zaman could be banned for a couple of games in the Pakistan Super League because of ball tampering. And this is really a sad state of affairs. I mean, you don't have any crowds. You've got security concerns. You don't have because of the West Asia crisis. And on top of that, you're indulging in these kind of things, saying, okay, the fans are not there. They will not see anything. You won't be spotted. Well, cameras are there. And that is why Fakhar Zaman was caught. Umpire Afridi and the square leg umpire Sharfatullah all had a confrontation, all really spoke, and they penalized Lahore Qalandars for 5 runs. This is the issue. So that is why Fakhar Zaman could be banned. Then as far as the game is concerned today between Chennai Super Kings and Rajasthan Royals, Chennai Super Kings have a huge injury concern. Devol Brevis is not going to be there for a couple of games. MS Dhoni, like what we reiterated on Sports Today, will not be playing potentially until April end, meaning he will play only a couple of games in Chennai. He won't travel with the side, which is more likely in line with the fact that you are not going to see MS Dhoni next year. The signs and indications are all coming very, very close that this is the last year for MS Dhoni. So, MS Dhoni won't play until April end. Devol Brevis might not play until mid-April. Chennai Super Kings will have to rely on their experienced youth to drag them through, and Sanju Samson. So Sanju Samson is squaring off against his former opponent, against his former team in Barsapara today. So that's why CSK versus RR. CSK have had a losing streak against Rajasthan Royals. They have lost 5 out of their last 6 games. On the other hand, Chennai will want to desperately end their losing streak against them, but it won't be easy. Yashasvi Jaiswal, Vaibhav Suryavanshi are all in top form at this stage. So it is not going to be an easy for Chennai Super Kings, and the Devol Brevis gone. It's a big blow indeed. Now, this is the current situation as far as cricket is concerned. The world of other sports, today the candidates' second round is going to take place, and Pragnananda is going to take on VE. Pragnananda has had a great start. Remember, he beat Anish Giri, and he will want to ensure that he continues the momentum because Fabiano Caruana and Javokir Sindarov also managed to win their opening games. Divya Deshmukh and Vaishali managed to draw their opening games, and that's why it's a big situation in the candidates. So yes, from 6 p.m. onwards, we'll see action galore between the candidates players in the chess tournament. Remember, there's a huge chess tournament that we'll be tracking every day on Sports Today. Now, as far as the other debate is concerned, with the IOC's order that all transgender athletes will not be allowed to participate, Caster Semenya has criticized Kirsty commentary. She's saying that you cannot change the genetic nature of several people. And that is why this order banning transgenders from coming into the Olympics is a major blow. And how will that impact all the others? That remains to be seen now. But yes, equality for all, maybe not in the case of transgenders. That's the situation we are looking at it. So I will take some comments which are Manoj, why ban Fakhar Zaman? I told you the main reason why he's been banned. And freaking KKR's terrible run in Wankhede conditions. They have lost 14 out of 19 games there. MI is the only side that has chased 200 plus at Wankhede. Yesterday's chase is the highest score. Previous highest was 214 against the Delhi Capitals. Indeed it is. Is chasing the new trend in IPL. Pitches looking dead flat, 260 plus for scores on the cards. Yes, very much so. See, you are now going into this template where 200 is your new normal. 200 is a new normal, and anything above that is a par plus. 220. That day when SRH made 203, RCB chased it down 15 overs. The 220 when KKR posted. Look at what happened. 5 balls to spare. They chased 220 easily. Mumbai Indians really know how to do it at this. How can BCCI neutralize toss effect? Dev Pratap Singh Chauhan. I don't think you can do anything about it. The pitches are like that. You need competitive wickets to get bowlers into the game. Justice for bowlers. You have to do something else. Ban Shaheen Afridi is the captain, Sachin Kashyap. But then clearly Fakhar Zaman was spotted. And under the instruction of Shaheen Afridi, I'm pretty much sure even Shaheen Afridi is getting some penalty at this stage. Raj Mohan, Cameron Green is a very good bowler with bounce and will add balance to the team. They could add one batter like Seifert instead of one bowler. KKR strike Raghuvanshi, Rahane in overs of spin is slow. Those 15 balls where they didn't score a boundary in the middle overs and you knew that you had 2 overs of Jasprit Bumrah coming up, KKR really messed up in. Is Rohit Sharma fully fit in fitness and will he be available for 2027 World Cup? Shorey Hall, of course he is. Of course he is fit, and you saw how he fielded. I think, see, now there is no more debate. Rohit and Virat are playing 2027, the World Cup. Jamie Overton hasn't picked a single wicket last night. He was quite expensive. Still CSK retained him. I don't know why. They could have gone for a Jason Holder and brings a good balance. I really don't know what is going to happen. And Sachin Kashyap, today we get FIFA World Cup 6 teams. Hopefully Italy qualify. I think Italy will qualify. I think they will end their 12-year jinx. And I think it will come down to Fabi, Prag and Sindar. Who are you backing, Sid? Rafael Gautam. See, I said at the beginning of the candidates build-up that my favorite is Javokir Sindarov. Sindarov has been in prime form across formats. Be it freestyle, be it rapid, be it blitz, be it classical. Sindarov is a different beast altogether. And looking at the era of youngsters, look at it. Gukesh is your world champion. If you look at Formula 1, Kimi Antonelli is your youngest ever Formula 1 championship leader. I would back a Sindarov to win the candidates. Prag, I think, might just miss out. But I hope I'm proven wrong in that sense. So I would say it is Sindarov, Prag and Fabiano. That is what I think. But Fabiano also, he put Hikaru under immense pressure and he got the win against him. So even Fabiano is looking in great touch. And if he gets a chance against Gukesh, then I think it will be very, very tough because Fabi is fabulous in more ways than one. So thank you so much, folks, for joining us for this morning wrap. Subscribe to Sports Today for all the latest news and updates. And Sarath is saying, I still want Deepak Santner and Jackson place of Markande, Allah and Sharfin. 5 paces, 2 spinners with Naman batting till chair at 10. MI should do this. But unfortunately, Santner and Jacks were not available, Sarath. That was the problem. They will be available after a couple of games, maybe. Maybe Santner for the next game, Jacks a couple of games later. I mean, technically, when you look at it, Santner and Gazanfar out and Jacks should come in place of someone else. I mean, that's the way it should be. So that will make Mumbai Indians potent. So bye-bye, folks. See you soon. More updates coming your way from Sports Today.